Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nuffin. As you can see, the pot is smoking. I got a couple tablespoons of oil. Y'all see that fatty piece? I'm putting it in there. That's beef fat meat right there. I'm just going to do that because I want flavor. But I also have about a pound of stew meat here. I want to sear it up. It has been it's been seasoned with salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, the usual suspects. But I want the flavor out of that piece of fat there, because you just can't have a good stew without a little bit of the fat in it. So I'm going to sear this up pretty good. What I'm making today is stew. And that meat's searing up fast. That's how you want meat to sear. You really do. I'm just, like I said, I'm just using that fat piece for the flavor. I trimmed all the rest of it off. When you're making stovetop stew, usually I do it in a crock pot, but today it's like hide. But I want this meat to sear real good. I love this handy spoon here. I got this from Kelly and Reagan over there at Southern Boy Peppers, and Kelly has a channel too called Kelly's Corner. So let that sear a minute. See how that fat's coming along. And I'll sear the other side, but what I'm really wanting is just render that meat. You see that fond on the bottom? Y'all don't worry about that. That's not going to hurt anything. I'm coming in here with a 1 rib of celery. That fond on the bottom ain't nothing but flavor. I got 1 large yellow onion, about 1/4 of a bell pepper, rough cut. Alright, I'm going to let that saute down. I'll bring you right back. See, I've removed that piece of meat with the fat on it. I've gotten rid of that. And as soon as I find what I'm looking for, I'll put it in there. You want that meat to sear real good. You want the onions and the celery to kind of, and the bell pepper not so much, but you just want to saute it down a little bit. Woo! I got to turn the fan on though. You turn it off long enough to tell you. My next ingredient is going to be a handful of frozen sliced mushrooms. Now I'll be coming in with some frozen green onions. And I keep a handful about that much, probably about a cup. Alright. Now here that sizzle went down. That's smoking. The next ingredient is going to be some garlic. Y'all know, y'all watch me long enough to know I got a thing about that garlic. Y'all saw me do the season, just stuff seasoning. Alright, I'm gonna be hitting this up. See most of that prawn's coming off the bottom there, y'all. I'm gonna go on ahead and heat it up. This is onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, all in one container. I mixed it myself. I have a video. Matter of fact, I have 2 videos on it. An updated one and an older one. I want about a tablespoon of that up in there. I know y'all say, no, he's not using flour. No, I'm not. I have some gravy that I made. I'll leave the link in the bottom to this. This is my dry roux, or my dry gravy. And I'll be adding this later, way later into the process. But I think this is all wilted down pretty good. I'm going to be adding a can of beef broth to this. Okay. Okay, I'm also going to be adding a can of water to that. Now, when this comes up to a good simmer, not a boil necessarily, a good simmer, I'm going to kick that fire back. I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm not going to taste it. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to let this baby cook until it's time to add the other ingredients. Because I will be adding peas, carrots, potatoes, the normal stuff that goes into a beef stew. That's what I'll be adding. Right now I'm wanting to open this can here. I had a friend of mine show me a neat little trick the other day about opening cans. Or not cans, jars. You can't get it to open, use the tip of a can opener. Tell you what, boom, boom, done deal. I mean, it's just that quick. And my next ingredient's going to be a heaping teaspoon of better than bouillon. So that will be all the salt I'll add to it. I may have to add more liquid to this. If I do, the better than bouillon will take care of the fact that I add more water to it. If I add more liquid, it's going to be more water. So I'll bring y'all back when I go to add my own roux brown gravy powder. What I did is I made that roux, as I call it. It's not as dark as the gumbo roux. It's more for gravy roux. I made it on top of the stove with nothing, just flour and stirring and stirring and stirring. Alright, y'all, when this comes up to a simmer, I'll put the lid on it, and I will bring y'all back when I get to my next step. Okay, this is as high as I wanted the temp to get. I'm going to kick that temp down to 4. And as I stated, I'm going to be putting that lid on it. I'm going to leave it at a jar, little crack in the jar. And I'll see y'all basically when the meat's tender. Okay, y'all, this has been cooking about an hour and 10 minutes. Y'all see how that's simmering, just like that. I want it slow and easy. I find out cooking stew is slow and easy, and the liquid has not really decreased that much, which is good. I'm keeping it covered. I want that meat fork tender. And as y'all can tell, nope. I'm going to keep cooking this until that meat is right at what I think fork tender is. Then I'll be adding my peas and carrots, potatoes, and I'll also be adding the homemade roux. If y'all been watching my videos, y'all saw that I bought a package of this from H-E-B. the beef stew seasoning, but they wanted a whole lot more water and wanted me to add a whole lot more water to it than I wanted. Number one. Number two, because I read the package the other day. Number two, I forgot I bought it. If I'd remembered I bought this, I'd be making a stew with this, using this right here. But it's all good. I mean, it's all good. I'll make stew again, and when I do, maybe I'll use that package. When this is pork tender, I will return. Okay, y'all, I just took the lid off and I tested a piece of the meat. The meat is right at being pork tender, but as you can see, some of the gravy, which is really not gravy right now, the broth has cooked down. So I'm going to heat up another can of the beef broth. I'm going to add it and we'll move right along. But I got to heat the broth up because I really do not want to add cold broth to this. Because at this point I'm going to be adding the vegetables after that, which are cold as well. But give me a minute. On second thought, I'm just going to add the broth to it. This is taking long enough anyway. This has been cooking for 2 hours. There you saw I added another can of broth to it. Okay. And I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to put in my peas and carrots. They're frozen, so that's why I was like, who cares if the broth is heated up or not. That's going to bring the temp down anyway. We'll get those in there for a second. And I may have to add a little more something to it. Who knows? Alright, these are my potatoes. These are red potatoes. And you will never catch me peeling red potatoes. I don't care if I'm making soup, stews, potato salad. There's something about leaving the skins on that just give a lot of extra flavor. And yes, those potatoes are in big chunks. I have a few of them that are not, and the reason for being different is the smaller potatoes will break down, and they will also make it a little thicker. But I will be coming back at some case point in time and adding the gravy mix, homemade gravy mix, or homemade roux. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to bring this back up to, bring it up to temp, put the lid on. Well, no, I'm not going to put the lid on it this time. I'll put the lid, a jar on it, and I'll bring y'all back. Okay, y'all, I've got my dry powder roux mix out. I'm going to be adding a couple of heaping spoons for about like that. Tablespoons. Those are tablespoons. This is a little trial and error thing, because, you know, when you get those little packets from the store, you know, little brown gravy mixes, they're pre-measured, and God only knows what's really in them. But, I don't want to put too much in here, because if I put too much in, I'm going to be adding liquid again, because I don't want it to get too thick too quick. What I've done is add a little water to this bowl. I'm going to whisk it, and I'll bring you back. Okay, that's what it looks like. I'm going to be pouring that in. And try to get as much of it out as I can. I'm going to be kicking that heat back. I just wanted it up to a boil when I added that. That should thicken it nicely. And when you whisk that, you can smell it. Smells so good. Alright, now we're going to cut this back down. Let it do it low and slow. Again, till the vegetables are done, and I'll come back and I'll see if I added the correct amount of the powder roux, powder gravy, brown gravy. I want y'all to see that. See, that's the color that it turns out when you whisk it together. Just like a brown gravy mix if you make it at home. And I will put the link to how I made that so everybody can get used to using it. Alright, so I'm just going to let this continue to cook until it's done. it should be done next time I bring you back. Okay, I know I said the next time you see it, it'd be done. But I wanted to see y'all. This is how I want it simmering. That's how I want it doing. Just kind of ploop, ploop, plop, plop. So all the flavors marry in with each other. And everything's good and tender. And I don't have to watch the pot every 5 minutes in case the gravy mix thickens up faster and I'm ready to jump up and stir. It isn't done yet, y'all. I know I said I'd wait till it was done. But I want y'all to see the difference in it. It's gravy's thickening up a little bit. I want it a bit thicker than that, but hey, it's working so far. Tasting good, getting tastier. I'm sorry the video's so long, but you can't do a proper beef stew video without going into detail, y'all. I just hope y'all bear with me. Okay, y'all. It's done. It took 20 minutes from the time I added the vegetables and the homemade roux gravy to it, and this is the thickness I like my stew. What I'll do is I'll take me some French bread, which I'm not going to show that. I'm going to take me some French bread and I'm going to turn it into some garlic bread. And I'll be using that to dip into my beef stew. Y'all cook y'all's beef stew a different way. Let me know if y'all add other vegetables, which I know other people use green beans. If you've watched my channel long enough, you know I don't eat green beans. I don't care for them. So therefore I'm not putting them in here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn that stove off. But this is what you get when you make from scratch homemade stew. That's what I put in mine. I'm sure some people put other things in it. But again, I'm going to leave a link to how I make this dried roux. You do not have to use oil to make a gravy mix or a roux. You do not have to use it. And there's people out there that can't have the oil because of health issues and everything. But excuse me. I'll leave the link to that one. And I also have one where I season the brown roux up, and I call it my brown gravy mix. So I will try to remember to add both links to this video. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means, leave a comment. And y'all do something nice for somebody today. This is Nuffin edited, and I'm out. And y'all have a great rest of y'all's day.